Donald Trump was like, you get a tariff, you get a tariff, you get a tariff, you get a tariff.
If I'm losing a lot of money over here in like proper stores that I can see and proper businesses, why am I going to invest in internet money?
Investors have to make a decision and just be like, okay, cool. We know that tariffs are here to stay for now, and just become less sensitive to this sort of tariff news.
The content presented in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice, and listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Crypto flip.
I'm 18. My dad died of brain cancer. Well, way to start, boy. After battling it for a few years last December, meme coins became my way of escapism and coping. Ooh. I joined a big trading group and started losing money slowly until I decided to deposit larger amounts of money, to which today I'm down 40K. All I do in college is stay in my dorm and trade meme coins. People think I'm a good trader since I'm a caller, but after calling many runners, when in reality...
Sorry, carry on.
When in reality, I am negative and now at 0. After making people thousands on Grok coin and losing it after top blasting, I have no clue whether I should keep going or not. I feel like I'm at an all-time low and want to keep going, but feel like my life is cursed. So the boy.
Wow. All right. I don't even know where to be. I'm sorry for your loss, number one. But meme coins are not your salvation, bro. Meme coins will make a bad problem worse. Meme coins, bro, they are gone. You need to get out. Forget you have a cool channel. Hold tight, everyone that made some money off Grok coin. But one, never top blast, because I'm sure everyone in here has top blasted. And every time we top blast, we always get burnt, bro. Like, if you top blasted Melania or Trump, good luck to you. You're in the gutter right now. But I reckon to stay out of the market. It sounds like your mental health needs, you need to be walking around in grass and fields and swimming in that, because it's not for everyone, bro.
My man said, people think I'm a good trader because I'm a caller. No, that's hilarious. Dying, bro. What? Because you're a caller? Allow it. Yeah, that's funny. This guy is funny, man. But obviously, like, condolences to you and that you just lost your dad, but meme coins are not the way, man. They're just not. They will never be the way, because it's only meant to be traded, not held and bagged old until you freaking get burnt. Like, it's just... And the worst part is, yeah, what I'm starting to see is a trend. Like, you know what we used to say? Oh, you know, this lot of biscuit gambling. Cool. You're gambling, you're speculating. I mean, you do that in the altcoin market anyway, regardless. But what you're essentially doing is, I'm seeing a trend of people becoming addicted to meme coins, fam. Like, how can you be addicted to trading meme coins, fam? Like, how is that? How is that?
What do you mean, bro?
Well, like, I don't get it.
What do you mean?
How can that be your vice, bro?
Bro,
this vice is so expensive. Like, it literally could ruin you. Like, it could literally put you in financial ruin in a matter of 10 trades.
Bro, and I'm on one side.
It's two. One side was
I hear what you're saying, but it's the dopamine.
It's an expensive vice. Oh my god.
Bro, imagine every time you put on a trade, bro, you get that dopamine hit. When you get a dopamine hit, we're like, is it going to go up, down? Bro, look at the amount of videos that there are online about trading, especially trading based on like technical analysis, looking at the charts, all that type of rubbish. Like, meme coins is like that times 1,000, bro. So when you're in the trade, you're just like clicking, like, I see people blowing charts and shit, like they're putting lighters next to it so it goes up. So it's a similar thing, bro. People are just stupid. Yeah, like putting a lighter next to the chart, like hoping that it goes up with the flame. Come on, man.
Bro, I hear that, yeah, but I just feel like if you have any common sense, I'm not talking about like some smart trader. You don't have to be smart to be a good trader. But if you had any common sense, you realize how risky it is to YOLO in or top blast into a meme coin trade. Even the top blast on regular stocks or regular investment, like even Bitcoin, for example. Like, imagine top blasting at 86K and now you're down easily 5% in one day. Like, you know what I mean? At least you're down 5%. I see meme coins fall off the face of the earth.
I hate it.
Bro, peanut is 17 cents. What we got peanut? Remember peanut? The top meme coins. 28 cents. Bro, meme coin is not the way, fam. You know what I mean? XPS. Don't even get me started. Like, I want to chat to Murad. Murad is the one to be blamed for this, man. Murad is the one that's causing this. He made trading meme coins.
Nah, man. Nah, he's not to blame.
Listen, if anything happens, we're gonna have to go after Murad.
We need Elon, bruv. We need Elon in here.
Elon Cohen, come from the line.
Come through, bruv. You have some questions to answer. Man, them are looking for you. So you need to come on.
Ian come. You know what I'm about?
My issue with this guy is that he put 40 bags in when he was already down big. He just thought, you know what? I'm losing a little bit of money. Let me put a lot more money and my fate might change. That was the logic that went through his mind. Like, I don't understand where you were trying to go with it.
Let me justify where in my DGen, if I go into the deep depths of my DGen mind, let me understand where he was going with it. Please. He hit some calls, yeah? And those calls did well for other people. And he was like, all the trades I've put on for myself, like I've went in at the wrong time with the wrong amount. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a big chunk and I'm gonna take the trade as soon as possible. Little does he know that's not how shit works, but I think in his mind, bro, this is like, well, coins go up, right? So if I get in at the right time with the right amount, or maybe he had like 3 wins, but they were small. He got like 1, 2 Solana on there, and then he's like, I know the next one's gonna be a win as well, so I'm gonna slap 40 bags on here. That's the DGen thinking in my head.
Exit liquidity, fam.
100,
bro. I'm telling you,
I didn't want to say it.
Listen, one last thing before we move on. This kind of mindset will ruin any trader if you keep going this way, because eventually, because now we have smart money in this space, we have ETFs, we have Wall Street, we have countries literally using Bitcoin as the SPR. You have very little room for mistakes. So the more bigger your mistake, the bigger it just compounds. So there's down in your gutter luck where like you get drained or you get hacked. But then to willingly trade out, basically gamble your savings on meme coins, and you know the risk.
And the hard life.
It is indeed. Got into crypto in 2021. I flipped 5K into 125K and round tripped it.
Ooh.
Ended up starting my own project, and due to strategic partnerships, it ran to a market cap of 185 million at the top.
Sorry, that's a key word. Wow. That's at the top. Oof.
We're not done. My founder tokens were worth $2.5 million, but I believed in the project and refused to sell on the community. Due to the bear market, the price tanked, and I round-tripped my founder tokens by refusing to dump on retail. The project is dead, and I currently have 20K in solid high cap memes, which I'm hoping to make it the cycle. Lessons have been learned, and they were lessons I needed to learn. The biggest one, don't be emotionally tied to any of your investments. We are all here to make money and profit. This time around, I won't make the same mistake.
You won't make the same mistake, but you're in solid high cap memes.
That's an oxymoron right there, fam.
I lie? You get me? Is there more?
No, there isn't more. But at first I thought he said high cap alts. Well, I misread that.
High cap.
He said high cap memes.
Meme coins. Man said I'm in Shiba and Pepe, fam.
Hey, you know what? Everything that happens to you, bruv, you deserve it. If it works out, if these high cap memes go crazy, you deserve it. If it doesn't, you deserve that too. But round tripping your founder bags, I actually respect that move because you decided you didn't want to dump on everyone. But at the same time, bro, you should have been taking money off the table. You're a founder, bro. Do you not think all the founders of all the companies have been taking money off the table whenever they can? And every founder I know that took money off the table, bro, are happy with it. Look at Snapchat's founder. He took money off the table. Him and his co-founder took 10 mil off the table. And that's why they didn't sell to Facebook for $3 billion. Come on, bro. Like, you have to make sure that you can live. So now he was in the gutter. He's still in the gutter. He's like, oh, I don't want to dump on my community. You'd have to sell all of them, bro. You could just sell 10%, 20% of your 2.5 mil. You get me? Like, that would have been enough to tide you over for a year or so. Come on, man.
Bro, liquidate 10%, liquidate 20, liquidate 30. You know what I mean? Lock up the rest so you're tied to the success of the project. But this guy's a dumb idiot, man. I'm sorry, fam. I don't have to be nice to this one because you didn't lose anyone. Bro, you're a twat, bro. I'll tell you why you're a twat. basically, you make it 2.5 mil and you round trip it down to 20K. And not only did you round trip it, you round trip it into high cap meme coins. You're trying to tell me you're not gonna make the same mistake. You already did. You already made the same mistake. But now you're begging and hoping. The same way a lot of degenerates in this space are, oh, when's retail gonna come? Retail's gonna come and save me. Bro, you don't care about retail, bro. Retail will naturally come when there's money in the economy. When there's no money in the economy, they're not gonna come back me because when eggs is $10, fam. Why would they do that? So yes, I'm talking about your altcoin. Yes, your altcoin. But yeah, I don't feel sorry for this guy, man. I mean, yes, he did want to dump the community, but how is he gonna improve the project if you don't have any funds?
There's something you're both missing. Do
you see your round trip?
He started with 5K. He went to 125, and he round tripped it. He got a second chance of life, you know. Not many people.
Round trip again. Thank you.
$1 million. You would think the second time you thought, you know what? Let me actually take 100 bags.
Let me take 125. My initial investment. Let me take 125. Let me take 200. Take something.
And we round tripped that too. Now he's only got 20 bags. Although, to be fair, 20 bags is not a bad starting point. But you've had 2 bites of the cherry, and you fluffed it twice. Do I think you're going to do the same thing again? Or what actually is probably going to happen is he's probably going to think, you know what, a man's got PTSD. I'm not going to do the same thing twice. I'm going to sell early, and he's going to sell too early, and the thing's going to pump to like crazy, and then he's going to like jump up a rose or something.
This is why you need to take your emotion out of trading, man. Whatever way you need to do, either by giving your money to someone that's actually good at generating income, or you figure out a system that's profitable without your emotion being involved. Like, like before the last 2 times, I round tripped it, so I'm gonna sell now. Bro, you can't trade like that. You can't trade with that much noise in your head. Like, you just can't. So, but like I said, I don't feel sorry for this guy because this is all self-inflicted wounds right here. Like, you made it twice. You know what I mean? 125K, 100K plus is not small money, fam. You lost it. You made 2.5. You lost that too. And now you're telling me you're holding high cap meme coins. Bro, you converted, should I say, fairly good token at that time to high cap meme coins that are now only worth 20K.
Lost soul. But welcome back to the Crypto Flip Podcast. I am your host, Harris King, and I am joined once again with my co-hosts, Ricardo and Deji. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're listening on audio platforms, don't forget to leave a comment. We are live on all audio platforms, so whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you like to listen to your podcasts, do not forget to leave a review because it helps us put out more episodes. So, tariffs. We are here once again. Donald Trump has decided to unleash the Armageddon of tariffs. He said, you're going to tariff us, we're going to tariff you. One for me, one for you. It's a tit for tat game we're in. And why is this important? Well, there have been a number of important announcements. The tariff news, which happened yesterday, employment data, just coming out tomorrow, which is April the 4th, inflation data, which is April the 10th. So it's a really big couple of weeks. And obviously tariffs are on the tip of everybody's tongues. But what does that mean for crypto and risk on assets in general?
I don't think people understand like why tariffs are causing such mayhem in the market. Generally, I think most people that are new to crypto or new to markets are just thinking, what is this tariff thing and why does crypto keep suffering from tariffs? Bro, Donald Trump put a tariff on China as a reciprocal tariff of like 34%. That means everything that China sends into the US, basically there'll be like a 34% hike in the price of that item. That means, bro, all the electric cars, the Chinese electric cars, their stock price is going to go down. All of the products that are made in China, India, Bangladesh, all these countries, i.e. your Nike shoes, are going to go up in price, obviously, and that means demand's going to go down. And that up in price in America is obviously going to mean that the share price has gone down. So Nike, as a company, their share price dropped something like, I think it was like 15% yesterday. It might be more, it might be less. If all of these items are dropping, their stock value is dropping, that means a lot of money is leaving the stock market. If a lot of money is leaving the stock market, bro, people look at risk on assets like crypto and they just think that I ain't getting into crypto. I'm out. Like, if I'm losing a lot of money over here in like proper stores that I can see and proper businesses, why am I going to invest in internet money? And that's why we just see a lot of people just jumping out of the crypto market. And generally, that's what tariffs mean, bro. That's how the tariffs are messing up our bags. It's just because companies are just like, we're getting hammered, and consumers are like, we're not buying these products for more money. And investors and traders and VCs and everywhere else is just like, well, I'm not going to get into crypto. So how I think this is affecting the market negatively, man. What I'm concerned about, bro, is I saw Solana pump to 135. What? And then came crashing that down to like 115. I saw Bitcoin pump to like, I think it was 88, and then came back down to 81. Now it's somewhere in the middle, like I think 83 or 84. Why was there a pump, fam? I beg a man explain to me why there was a pump, because I don't get why there was a pump. I get why it dropped. Hey, are we getting into that? But yeah,
bro, like, it's not a free, bro. It's not a free market here, fam. You know what I mean? It was a quick bull trap. People thought, oh yeah, we're back up. No, bro. It's funny how like I keep seeing this influencers calling for altcoin market, calling for altcoin season, and all of a sudden now they change their tone. Altcoins will be back one day. What? Yeah, Donald Trump was like, you get a tariff, you get a tariff, you get a tariff, you get a tariff, fam. Bro, and Deji, what it did, fam. And like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't even watch it because I knew what was gonna happen. Next thing you know, I'm getting notifications on my screen, breaking news: 34% tariff on China, this amount of tariff on Europe. Just everyone got taxed, and I honestly, there was a part of my mind, there wasn't a market for this. I thought leading up to the news, I thought the pump could actually be people positioning themselves because they feel like Donald Trump was going to pull the tariff and be like, cool, I'm going to negotiate a friendly term one with them. So I thought this could be the reason why we're pumping. So let's see how the market reacts. But I know there's a lot of volatility. Bro, we pumped to $83,300, then just dumped disgustingly from there all the way down to like 81K again. Let's get back to the range low, which is now, if you are okay with the risk, it's actually a good place to long. Like, it's actually a pretty good place to long if you feel like we're just still stuck on the range. So I think we are, but you never know what. I think, personally for me, I think we're closer to the end than the beginning of how sensitive the market will react to these tariffs. I think the worst is almost here. I think what we need to now wait for is the other country to counter counter the tariffs that Trump put on them, and they will go back and negotiate and find like a middle ground, because at the end of the day, you still have to trade. You know what I mean? You need all these goods and auto cars and all that kind of stuff, all these things that enables the infrastructure to run. So eventually, this can happen.
But is the end goal?
It could be.
Because I thought the end goal was to bring American jobs back to America.
Make America great again.
That's what he's doing. So he's okay with the pain in the short term, which is the reason why a lot of the risk market are de-risking, because why would you be holding risky assets when you know that the market is literally gonna be down for a bit before it gets better again? I know that's what's gonna happen, but in the meantime, you know, this could go on for another month or two. We still have the threat of the war as well that's still going on. So we'll see how it goes. But I mean, this is leading towards a ripe time to lead to the market, because I feel like, you know how like initially the previous cycle we had a pump to 61K, we dumped down to 40 something K, then we pumped even harder back to 68K, and that was the top. That's literally what's going to be a carbon copy of that this cycle, but only towards the end of Q3, Q4, because that's when essentially QE is going to begin. So yeah, very interesting stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely interesting. I think that not enough people know how the tariff stuff works, and I think you both sort of summarize it well. As far as, you know, what the effect is going to be on crypto, I think whilst this tariff stuff is still in play, and to be honest, I think it's probably going to be in play more or less throughout his term. I'll be surprised if he does.
100%, 100%, because it's literally part of his legacy now. Essentially, he's the president that just came in and made America great again. Liberation Day, he liberated America. That's not his new slogan. who had liberated us. Come on, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think he's going to deviate from it necessarily. I think there'll be some negotiations. Maybe he'll get things that he wants and then, tweak certain things, reduce certain things. But as far as it just disappearing in his term, I don't believe that will be the case. So I think there has to come a point where risk on assets such as crypto, Bitcoin, etc. Investors have to make a decision and just be like, okay, cool. We know that tariffs are here to stay for now, and just become less sensitive to this sort of tariff news. But with that being said, that obviously means that there's potentially an opportunity there. Whilst there is this volatility, especially if you're long on BTC, this could be potentially a good entry. So yeah, I think that's kind of how I view what's going on with the tariff stuff. But someone else who is no longer in any turmoil is Hoktua, aka Haley Welch, who was someone who launched a project within crypto, an influencer, and she says that the SEC has closed its investigation on her crypto meme, which crashed 95% after launch. She says that they will not pursue any charges or monetary sanctions against her. What do you make of that?
To be a white woman. Because what Haley Welch did, bro, was criminal. Like, she released the meme coin.
It was, but I didn't quite understand why she became the poster child for like bad actors in crypto when they was buried them.
I hear you. It's because kind of reach. I hear you. It's because
they was buried them.
One line. It was that one line she said in the interview. The hot tour thing. That's what propelled her, bro. That was the beginning of our stardom.
You have Soulja Boy, you have Jason Derulo, you have Andrew Tate, you've got loads of people. Obviously, some of them did well than others, but a lot of them were just pure scams. So what was special about her that everyone was out like an outrage? Or was she just chosen to be the girl that everyone hates?
Maybe, but I think if you look at it, yeah, I get what you're saying, but imagine she blew up so quickly and she had so much hype around her. When she launched the token, I would argue her token had more eyeballs on it than Soulja Boy, Jason Derulo, potentially even more than Andrew Tate's. So technically, she had a large amount of influence, right? And Andrew Tate knows what he's doing. He's a criminal mastermind. Cool. Jason Derulo, he makes music. Soulja Boy makes music. Iggy Azalea, originally they're from music. Like, people were thinking in their mind that she has no knowledge of this crypto thing, but also she has no knowledge of like intentionally trying to scam people. Like, she has no business acumen. So I think people are looking to her as like, girl next door type of thing. Or like, if she invests in it, it's going to be something relatable to me, and I wouldn't scam anyone. I don't know. I'm making up excuses. I think at the end of the day, though, she should have been persecuted for this, because I don't care if she didn't know, bro. Like, you should have got to know, because the numbers that we're talking about here, they were mad.
Prime season. Prime season.
Nah, I was waiting for it.
Like, under this regime, I don't think SEC will be... Don't forget, though, I think one thing people need to be careful about is, one, you can't be too crazy with whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? White collar crime, yeah, but as long as you don't murder someone, you'll probably get away with anything. And obviously, if you kind of distance yourself by, proclaim that you were used by this other company that used you as a poster child, you didn't receive no token, you did. And you basically had a script of what to say, which we know you got. And then essentially,
allegedly.
and then we know you booked a flight to Ghost before anything started. So, she planned it fairly well in terms of, and then obviously it helps when you have an administration that's very friendly towards white collar crime. So that's what you just need to do. You just need to play the game, and once you play the game, you might be surprised how it works out for you. So, well done to Haley Welch. But she should have been prosecuted for sure.
Yeah, it's I'll be surprised if somebody So if a celebrity from this bull run gets prosecuted or fined or anything, so far we haven't had that, and we had that obviously in previous ones. But as you say,
Do you know why? Do you know why?
Well, obviously the administration is, and he's got his own token, so it'll be set about the president.
Exactly, it's just about president, and also the fact that, bro, it's meme coin now. I think these old meme coin platform like Panda Fund, which I hope they don't make a comeback, and all these new ones that's just kind of popped out. I mean, whichever one gets the biggest market share, they will always be around in terms of being able to create meme coin. So if a regular person can have meme coin, celebrity can have meme coin as well. So if you're dumb enough to invest in it, you can't really go cry to FCA, SEC that, oh yeah, I bought this shit coin, bro. Why did you buy it? Oh, because it's the rock coin. Okay, cool. Like, it's just stupid, isn't it?
I think you called it though. I think what you just said makes. I think that's the reason. The president has a token. So if he's gonna do something to Haley Welsh, then he needs to also get persecuted, right? So, and I don't think that's gonna happen. So I reckon he's just like, listen, and also like not even just him. Like I heard there's cabinet members that have had meme coins or involvement in meme coins whilst they're in office. So if you persecute her, then all of you man need to be persecuted. So I guess it's just one of them things.
Crime season, lady.
And to be honest, it's like think about it. Yeah, you can. It's like an analogy. Check this one out. So you say you go to the forest, you lay a trap, and then you catch a rabbit. Is it my fault that the rabbit just fell into the trap and then now it's gonna be dinner? It's not my fault. If I launch a meme coin, that you probably thinking, I should invest in this thing, and you actually buy it, can't blame me for dumping on you. Like you know what I mean? You're stupid enough to buy it. Like the coin does nothing. It's basically called Daycoin. Now imagine making a coin called Daycoin. You make a Daycoin, and then you buy it because you want to make money. Come on, bro. You deserve to be scammed. You deserve to be robbed, fam.
Well, it happens. It happened, and he's got off scot-free. But someone else who hasn't got off scot-free is Gunzilla Games, and they are the producers of the game Off the Grid, which was officially launched the token Gun.
Oh yeah,
on Binance, which is obviously a huge milestone as far as blockchain gaming is concerned. Blockchain gaming, for those who are unaware, is one of the narratives that a lot of people are super bullish on. And this was the first Avalanche L1 token, which is supported by Binance. It was the first Web3 game to hit console. So they actually it's available on PS5 and Xbox. And it was the first Web3 game to work with major streamers. So the likes of Clicks, Imperial How, Tim the Tatman, a lot of people. So, some of the numbers so far, they have 40 million wallets created on Avalanche L1 testnet and 500,000 daily active wallets, 2 million daily transactions. But after the launch, it was only down 50%. So despite that, is this how, we are going to get adoption with gaming, or is this just a flash in the pan? Or is it just poor planning? Because obviously they just launched, in bearish conditions when, the market was hot. They could have launched, but they didn't.
Man, why would you launch in this kind of market condition? Like,
they've been about for a minute though, no?
The product's been around, but their token just launched now.
What was the rush?
Yeah,
that's all I want to know. What was the rush?
Probably pressure. What was the rush? Been around.
Huh?
Probably bull market. Probably been around for a while. Probably we have run out of money. We need to ICO. We need to make a coin, bro. Need some investment. Whereas the game is going down, but we're not GTA 6.
I'm dead.
Bro.
No, but this is dumb, man.
It's money. It's a cash grab.
That's what it is. It is. Like, I'm laughing because it's true. Like, it is. This is a pure money grab, man. Because why would you, like, if you really cared about what you're trying to do, why would you launch in this kind of market condition? Like, it's so just sabotaging yourself. But at least they will be part of history. I mean, when this is all said and done, because you remember this platform being one of the first one to be able to be played on Xbox, PS5, that kind of stuff. So I personally haven't played it, But I think that I hope they make it feel this market condition, but it's not a good way to start your launch, in my opinion, especially if you have big aspiration of staying in this market. Because you know, imagine this market is not the best market. I mean, I'm still bullish and I still believe in the uptrend, but at the same time, this could it could get worse. Like, I'm just gonna say you should never launch the token, but you could pick a better time to launch it, a better condition to launch it.
But after waiting so long, when would be the next best time? Because I assume they don't want to wait for the next bull.
Maybe closer to maybe closer to May, when you know April is not always a good condition for a thingy, because people are speculating. Traders are basically the way traders are de-risking the market. They believe that QE is likely to start towards the closer end of Q2 than now. So no one's betting that the market is gonna go crazy. Like, I know Tether bought a ton of Bitcoin, but it's just what they do. They have to hold something. They have to buy something. You know what I mean, at fair value, and buying at 86K or 83K, whatever they bought at, it's a good fair value. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think they could have just launched it in a better condition, in my opinion. Like, maybe closer to a summertime. You know what I mean? People are more excited. People, you know what I mean? People are always in a good mood or something because sun is out. You can go to the beach. You know what I mean? You can go to barbecues. You know what I mean? You can chill in the evenings, play some game. How do you lunch now, man? It's spring, fam. Like, you just, then it just shows poor leadership. But we'll see how they recover if they do. But I can't even see the token on CoinMarketCap, so I'm already worrying them. I mean, it just came out though, so it probably fell out. Is it called Banana Gun?
No, it's Gunzilla.
Gunzilla, okay. Gunzilla
Games, that's the studio. Off the Grid is the game itself.
Yeah. I don't think they're on CoinMarketCap, yeah.
I think blockchain games are in a tough space. Generally, I think if you didn't ride the wave in 23, early 24, you're probably in a terrible situation right now. If you're trying to launch a token now, bro, it just shows how desperate you are. Ultimately, now you could have made a Solana token, and it doesn't have to be a Solana meme coin, but you could have made a Solana token, put up your liquidity, and had a token like months ago, like years ago, in fact. So I guess the only thing you were really waiting for was liquidity in the market and like to plan your perfect launch, but you missed the opportunity, man. And while obviously volumes are low, general prices in the market right now are not free to floor. And, you know, total market cap is still like 2.62 trillion, which obviously is, if this was a year ago and it was 2.36 trillion, that would be amazing. But yeah, I reckon you're now trying to get people to give you money when they've been burnt through January and February, and you're going to struggle. So yeah, man, go to VCs, bro. That's all I can tell you.
The property. Oh yeah, God. Then you go back.
Have you man seen Picoin?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's down 61%.
61.
Yeah, all time. 66.7.
Do you want to chat what? Down from its all-time higher?
Yeah. I remember seeing this thing at $3. Imagine you were loading up from band and loading up.
Bare people are loading up on Picoin.
So talk about time.
Yeah, that's thing, man.
Picoin, for listeners that don't know, is a mobile app mining blockchain. I don't even know what really is the blockchain underneath, but you basically run it on your phone and it mines, and then you can pull out Picoin. I've never managed to pull out a Picoin from the thing. It's giving strong scam. It's giving strong scam, to be honest.
I remember when
bro.
Yeah,
exactly. I was about to say the same thing. Yes, last cycle. That's when it started. I had the last cycle.
I forgot about it because I was
my
destroyed. And then obviously they launched the token now, but I don't even know where my original thing is.
Bro, this is crazy. A $4.14 billion market cap. Currently, still, after losing 66%. That's crazy.
Wow.
So you're telling me this thing, they ran up to 10 bill. What does Picoin do? It has no utility.
Cool,
Pi Network is a social cryptocurrency developer platform. That's a lie, because you don't have no APIs, don't do nothing for them. Who are the founders? Nicholas Cook,
Scammers.
Kokolis and
Allegedly.
Bro. Man, they have a PhD in EE and postdoc in CS. This sounds like GPT generated, bro. And yo, Dr. Fan holds a Stanford PhD in anthropological sciences, harnessing social computing to unlock human potential on a global scale.
The worst.
And you
That's
get
the worst type of science.
social science.
It's not good.
Oh my dude. Yeah, this is if you bought this thinking you're gonna make money off this, man, come on. If you got airdrop, it's a different thing. But if you bought it for your own money and you lost money, that's on you, my friend.
Yeah, bear hyper on it though.
Well, my uncle messaged one of my uncles on my girl's side. He messaged me saying, "Oh yeah, they were like, ask Deji what this is. What's Pycroft? Like, should I get some
signal?"
Top signal.
I was like, hell no, don't touch that. If you touch that, don't come to me. Or I told him don't touch it, and then he didn't touch it. But
why? Wow. Didn't realize it reached a mainstream like that, but no.
Imagine. But why is it going to the uncles though? Why? Why not us? Why not our age group? Like, because they're trying to target these cab drivers, fam. Trying to target these retirees, bro.
True.
You're bored. You want to invest in something called Pycoin.
They want to dump on their community. And someone else who's dumping on the community, allegedly, is Wintermutes, who've been selling off ACT tokens and other meme coins. And Binance is allegedly involved. So basically what we're talking about is market manipulation. And maybe we could talk about this specifically and get into the larger discussion of market manipulation and also how you as an investor or trader can avoid it.
You can't avoid market manipulation, bro. The only way you can avoid market manipulation is if you long-term invest in Bitcoin. That's it. Only Bitcoin. If you want to avoid market manipulation, Bitcoin is the only thing that will give you some level of cover, not even a lot. But, bro, Wintermute are scammers, bro. Like, most automated market makers are scammers, and all they care about is themselves. Like, Wintermute is one of the best companies to work for in the UK, and they're not even a UK company, but they have some of the strongest developers in the country, bro, and the most talented people that work there in the country. Just to put this in reference, bro, like,
yo, man, to go apply, bro. What? We've had
a regular
man get a job, bro.
A regular dev salary, I think across the UK for a senior dev is something like 60k. Bare companies pay more than that. Wintermute pay like 200, bruv. Like, that's like 3.5 times the going rate. And it's because they know, bro, what they're doing is not strictly legit. Taking that aside, forget they're doing well. Yeah, they decided to dump on anybody that bought these tokens as part of Binance Launchpad, which obviously makes it obvious to now everyone that Binance are working with automated market makers. But that's not news, bro. Like, all these exchanges are working with market makers, or else they wouldn't have any liquidity on their platform because they're not putting that money up themselves. So they decided to sell off their bags and things dropped crazy. What I want to know is, did the shorts, was there a large amount of shorts put on before they started dumping their bags? Because then they would have made a killing. Because, bro, we all remember ACT did the mad thing. It got listed on Binance and then shot up over to, I think it was just under 2 billion in market cap.
Yeah.
No.
It went up to almost $20 too.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
And bruv, and then now it's down, I don't even know where it is, but down 53% when Wintermute dumped their tokens. And this is something that would have been available on bare exchanges to short. If they shorted it, they probably did short it, bro, because they know what they're fucking doing. They shorted the coin for sure. They made hella peas, bro, for sure, bro. They're just murdering the market, fam. Crypto's a scam, fam.
I can put 1 Bitcoin in it that they definitely placed a short, fam.
100.
There's anyone out there that can take that trick. There's anyone want to take that bet with me, I can manually prove that they did, fam.
100.
Allegedly. Okay, sorry. Allegedly. Because I'm telling you, if they know they can punish these late trades or these dumb idiots that are undisciplined, that are always kind of money greed trying to just long the market, move the market to convenient. Bro, Wintermute just preying on them. And unfortunately, they're also preying on gullible regular investors. You know what I mean? That obviously, tariff, Trump is talking. Let me place a trade. Are you placing a trade then? What? it's crazy. And why even trade in preps in the first place? Like, there are obviously things you can do to prevent yourself from being subjected to a constant barrage of winter moon sell-off. And it's not just only banners working with them. They're like Coinbase does the same thing, probably not on a different scale, but probably to a different market maker. But they literally do the same thing. Like, that's why they say offshore or all these centralized exchanges, they're all scams at the end of the day, because don't think they have the best interest at heart. They have their own best interest at heart. They have shareholders. They have they have their own pockets to line up. So don't think they're working for you because they created this beautiful platform where you can make money. Oh, it benefits them to do such. You know what I mean? They don't care about, oh, this token is ethical, or they don't care about, oh, this token will change lives, or they say we believe in technology. They trade based on trading volume. Period, fam. You saw the last incident with Hyperliquid when they purposely listed the perp just so you can basically turn up the heat on Hyperliquid. Like, you know what I mean? All these are just intricacies in politics that these centralized exchanges that are in that business, this is what they're doing. So yes, 100% Wintermoon is the way the best way I can describe them is they're necessary evil in the market. So if you know that, if you want to become rich, if you believe in this space, the best thing to do is just, one, try and avoid high leverage trade as much as possible. Two, try to invest, obviously on financial advice, try to invest more long term in terms of, like, you know what I mean, DCA over a period of time rather than trying to chase trades or chase a trend. And always that's the one is the most important one. Take profit when you're up. Don't just round trip it back. Take profit when you're up. Those three advice, you can beat these automatic and this AMs and all these clowns that are trying to ruin the market. So that's my advice.
Yeah, you know what I find funny? Sometimes in projects before they get listed and stuff like that, and I've been part of projects that have they're looking to get listed or whatever. And when they're in the community, people talking, they're always like, "Oh yeah, when we get listed, are we getting a market maker? Are we getting a market maker? Who's the market maker?" Boy, be careful what you wish for sometimes, isn't it? Careful what you wish for, because when that market maker dumps on your head, you won't be begging for them.
When the market maker comes for you, you won't like it.
Trust me.
Like the boogeyman.
You're not wrong. And with that, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.